Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss what TMG and how it can be created in SAP. Essentially, TMG are used for table maintenance activities such as data entry, validation, and modifications. We can start our section. Table Maintenance Generator (TMG) in SAP ABAP is a tool that automatically creates a maintenance program for database table. It allows user to easily add, edit and delete records from the table through a user-friendly interface without writing custom codes. Let me show you the screen of TMG. For that, first go to Transaction SE11 and create a custom master table. In our previous section, we discussed how to create a custom table in SAP ABAP. I will pin the link of that video below so you can watch it and understand the table creation process. In my case, I am using an existing custom table of master which contains 3 fields. This table has 2 key fields, warehouse and blight, an additional non-key field UOM. Then go to utilities and table maintenance generator. Once TMG generated, it enables quick maintenance of table records through transaction SM30 or through the generated function group screens. Using table maintenance generator significantly reduces development time by automating the creation of maintenance programs and promoting consistent, secure, and maintainable table data management within SAP systems. That is, you can add multiple records in the custom table at the same time. We can now view the table maintenance generator screen and we will discuss the specific role of each component within it. First, let's talk about a very important security concept in SAP tables, that is authorization group. Authorization group is used to control who can access or maintain a particular table in SAP. This will help SAP decide whether user should be allowed to display or change data in the table. In the user's role, if the user has access to the same authorization group, they can maintain the table using SE16 or SM30. If they do not have the correct authorization group in their role, SAP will restrict access. There is also a default value of &NC which means no authorization check. Here also, I have assigned the authorization group as the default value. Next is function group. When we create a table maintenance generator for a table in SAP, the system will ask us to assign a function group, because it stores all the automatically generated code, screens, and even routines needed for maintaining the table. It acts like a container where SAP stores everything related to that table's maintenance dialog. In short, we can say that function group is the backbone of TMG, storing everything needed to maintain table entries through SM30. Function groups are usually identified by adding the suffix FG to their names. Following this convention, I have named the function group EZ_master_UOM_FG. Next, you must select appropriate maintenance type. On the screen, under the dialog data display maintenance section, you will find 2 options. I will demonstrate the difference between the 2 options. First one is one step. One step means from this one screen, you can perform all the essential operations such as displaying existing records, editing value, creating new entries, and deleting unwanted data. For example, select one step, then click on the find screen number. Now a pop-up will be appears, and from there we need to select proposed screen number. SAP will automatically suggest a free screen number to avoid any conflicts with the existing screens in this system. This proposed screen number will be used for generating maintenance screens. Create, then appears in another pop-up. Here we have to select save. Save. Local object. Now our TMG has been completed successfully. To ensure the creation of TMG, go to SM30 and here we can maintain records. I will show an example, like click on new entry, enter warehouse, plant, and Similarly, you can add multiple records in a single time. And save. That is, you can enter multiple records at a time within a single screen. Since everything is handled in one place, it offers a simple and fast way to maintain table entries. This type is best suited for tables having key, field, or very less key structure because it's easy to use and quick navigation. It is most commonly selected table maintenance generator option for general business use. In the two-step maintenance type, the table maintenance is divided into two separate screens. Let me show the example. For that, I am using the table that had been created earlier with the more fields, which is shown in the screen. Here, instead of one step, we must choose two steps and do the same steps done already. Once generated, go to SM30, enter the table name and click Maintain. Now, you will notice a difference. The will now show the overview screen of first, which displays all the existing records in a list format. On the screen, we can select a record but cannot edit all its fields. This provides a clean and controlled view for the table. For inserting a record, we click New Entries or Create, which opens the details screen. Here, we will fill all the record details. After entering data, we press Save and the new record is added to the table. To update an existing record, we select the record from the overview screen and press Details. The Details screen opens with all the existing data. We can modify fields that wants to change and then press Save. The changes are now reflected in the table. Similarly, to delete a record, we select the record from the overview screen and press Delete. The system asks for confirmation, and once confirmed, the record is removed from the table. This approach is useful when the table contains multiple key fields or complex structure that makes it difficult to display everything on a single. I want to discuss with you all is about how the delivery class of a table affect the creation of its table maintenance generator. For example, when we generate a TMG for the table delivery class A, which is an applicable table and usually client independent, TMG is considered local to the development system. However, when we try to generate a TMG for the table with the delivery class C, to demonstrate the difference, I am changing the delivery class of the table from A to C and then generate the TMG. You can now see that the SAP is asking for a transfer request. This happens because delivery class C requires a transfer request because it contains customizing data which represent important configuration settings that shape how the system behaves. Since these settings must be controlled carefully, SAP does not allow them to change freely with the proper tracking. A transfer request ensures that every change is recorded, approved, and applied in a controlled manner, preventing accidental or inconsistent configuration changes. This process keeps the system stable and makes sure that all configuration adjustments are handled. Next, we will learn about regeneration of TMG. Now, I am adding a new field named username to the table with the type sysuname. Once the field is added, save and activate the table. Now we can check whether this change has been replicated in our table or not. For that, go to transaction SM30 and try to add a new record. Here, you can see that the new field username is not visible, but the record is still getting saved. This happens because the TMG has created earlier with once the existing fields. So the newly added field has not been included in the maintenance screens yet. Field in the maintenance screen, we must delete the existing TMG and regenerate it. Only then will the new field appear in the SM30. For that, go back to the TMG screen. Here, you will see the delete button. Click on it. A pop-up window will appear. Select all the objects and press enter. Then save the changes. After deleting the old TMG, create a new one by the following same steps we discussed earlier. You can reuse the same function too. There is no need to create new one. Once done, save and activate the table. To verify it has been generated successfully, go to transaction SM30 and try adding new records. Now, you will be able to see the newly added field in the maintenance screen and you can insert new records using that field. Regeneration updates the maintenance interface for a table by incorporating any changes made to the table structure or its maintenance settings. This ensures data consistency and refreshes the SM30 maintenance screens generated by the TMG. Whenever we add or remove a field from the table, we must delete the existing TMG and regenerate it to ensure the updated structure is reflected correctly. In short, we can say that the table maintenance generator or TMG is a tool that automatically generates the screen needed to maintain table data using transaction SM30. Thank you for watching.